Hi, it's Don. Today's post is titled, What Once Was Old is New Again. When buying wine, I do so knowing if I'm planning on cellaring it for a while or not. But what happens when you cellar wine and in the meantime, your palate changes? Now you're stuck with a bunch of wine that doesn't quite match what you like. In some ways, it's like cellaring wine. You lay that bottle down with the expectations that it will change and become something more. The chance you take is that it doesn't. Not long ago, I asked myself that question and thought back many years when I first started my wine drinking in earnest, meaning a lot more. It took me back to when I returned to the Chicagoland area, now 30 years ago. Back then, I was an avid Chardonnay drinker. The bigger the better, bold with lots of oak and fruit to match. Then one day, zip, nada, nothing. I stopped drinking Chardonnay, became a member of the ABC Club, anything but Chardonnay. I don't recall why I stopped, although I've written about the phenomenal growth in Chardonnay, and with that, wines being made with little or no concern about quality. Merlot had been impacted similarly, although I was never a big Merlot drinker. Fast forward 10 to 15 years, and Chardonnay producers heeded the call of those that deserted the grape. Oak aging began to be rolled back, fruit would take a more prominent role, and acidity was tamed when appropriate. What emerged were wines nothing less than glorious. So I know that wines changed, but what about my palate? Didn't it undergo a transformation as well? From loving big oaky wines to liking a more refined style? What, pray tell, would have happened if, way back when, I had cellared a ton of those monster Chardonnays, and now I no longer like that style? That leads me back to my original premise concerning cellaring wines. More importantly, how, or can we, correct that issue? I arrived at a very simple conclusion. Drink your wines faster. There's likely one additional factor in my case to have me come to this conclusion. My time left on this earth. Here he goes, I can hear you murmur. So, no long dissertation about mortality and such, just that it is a factor which I need to consider as well, but one worth pondering, at least in my world. Either way, the question may elicit various answers from those of you out there who cellar wine. The good news is that time is on your side. As the saying goes, what was once old is new again. Maybe that applies to wine. Cheers.